Hi, I'm back with y'all about birds in section 2. It's going to be a even shorter lesson than the last one on the different kinds of birds. Um, and so, again, behind me we've got this poster showing you birds of prey, showing you perching, hold on, perching birds, flightless birds, and water birds. Those are not like scientific names for those groups, but they are the common names for the four main groups. And so we're just going to briefly touch on each one of those using our textbook. So I'm going to come back over here. And this starts on page 448. And talks about, I think that the largest of all these groups is probably the perching birds and the songbirds, which are perching birds, would be one of the largest groups of all birds. They cover the flightless birds first. What we have briefly touched on before, the ostrich, the penguins, that's a kiwi, the emus, roadrunners would be another one that's a flightless bird. Obviously, flightless, they can't fly. But they are able to, most of them, run very quickly and are designed, like the penguins, to be very fast swimmers. Okay, so that's flightless birds. And then the next group is the water birds. A whole lot of birds in this category. Most of them, of course, have the webbed feet for swimming, and they are always preening a lot because they want to keep those feathers waterproof since they spend most of their time in the water. Ducks, geese, pelicans, swans, cranes, herons, flamingos, a lot of birds are considered to be water birds. Some of them are some of the most beautiful as far as colors are concerned too. We're going to go ahead and turn the page over. Perching birds, which includes the songbirds, robins and wrens and sparrows and bluebirds, and we've got here chickadees and parrots, and the scarlet tanager. So this is a huge group, and this is what we see where we live most of the time. They're called perching because, like in this picture of this chickadee, look at its feet. Their feet naturally close around their perch, which is, could be a branch of a tree. But look at all their feet. See how they curve around the branch? And they just do that naturally. If any of you ever have like a parrot or a parakeet or maybe a cockatiel, all of those, if you ever had a pet bird and it sits on your finger, as soon as it rests on your finger, its little toes just automatically curl around your finger. And that's because they just have that natural reflex to close around whatever they're perching on. And they're interesting. They can sleep with one leg up. They can sleep just with one leg down and one leg up and not fall off of their perch. So that's what we most commonly see, of course, where we are in the upstate. And then the last category, told you this is going to be a short lesson, right, is the birds of prey. And they are big, most of them. Larger birds, excellent eyesight, very strong, sharp beaks for catching and holding on to their prey. Also, their feet are what we call talons, so that they can grasp onto prey and hold tightly onto it, especially while they're flying. Powerful birds, excellent hunters, excellent eyesight, so that they can find their prey. If a bird like this were to get you, like bite you with their beak. They could break your fingers and, seriously injure you because their beaks are very powerful and very sharp. So that is, I know, a short lesson, but that covers the main categories of birds. Again, it starts on page 448. And our next section, now we are left with mammals, my favorite. Not that I don't like the other animals, but mammals are my favorite. And so this chapter is a little bit longer. It has, let me look here, how many sections? I think 5 altogether. Hold on. Yep. So, how most of the time we only have like 3. This one has 5 sections to it. And mammals are the next 3 sections. And hopefully you'll find them to be just as interesting or even more interesting than some of the other animals that we've already studied. So continue taking care of yourselves. Continue staying up with your schoolwork. And we're moving right along. I miss y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.